So we have several methods or several formula or several formats that we can use to determine resultant what? Resultant force. So in this class, I would like to group or to call it what? I would like to group the format or the method that we can use to what? To determine resultant force into different cases. Yeah, let me call it what? Case what? Case one. These are the methods or cases that we can use to what? To determine the resultant what? Force. Case one. Two parallel force and move in the same two parallel force and move in the same direction. Their resultant force can be determined by sum of the forces by sum of the force together. Now, assume this is what? Vector A. Move like this, two parallel forces, and this vector B also move along what? This direction. So if you look at what? The two forces, they move the same direction. We are now asked to find the what? Resultant what? Resultant force. So the resultant force will be what? Sum of vector A plus sum of what? Sum of vector A and what? And B. It will be the what? The resultant force. The two forces are parallel with each other. That's why we what? We had. Take, for example, example one. If two force 3 Newton and 4 Newton and move in the same direction, then determine the resultant force. Now, solution for this. The first force we have here is what? 3 Newton. The second one we have is what? 4 what? Newton. They said they move in the same direction. We are now asked to find the resultant force. What do we have? RF will be 3 plus what? 4. Everything in Newton. The resultant force is what? 7 what? Newton. Like I said earlier, that what? Resultant force is a single force that represents all the forces that's acting on a what? On a body. So the resultant force for these two forces is what? Is 7 what? 7 Newton. Now let's check for case 2. If two parallel force and move in different direction, and move in what? Different direction. their resultant force can be determined by subtraction. Look at this one. Two parallel forces are moved in different direction. Look at this. This vector what? A move along this direction, and the vector B move along what? This direction. A face this side, B face this side. We are now asked to find the what? Resultant force. The resultant force here will be what? A plus what? Plus B. If you add the two together, no, it's not A plus B, because they face different direction now, Abi. So what we do is what? It will be A minus B. You will subtract the lesser force from the bigger force. Assume the value of A is bigger than what? The value of what? Of B. So you subtract B from what? From A. So that's how we get the resultant force for two forces that face different direction. Let us look at example 2. Under this, if two forces 3 Newton and 4 Newton are moved in different direction, as to what? Determine the resultant force. Solution. So the two forces are moved in different what? Direction, which is opposite what? Direction. And then we are trying to get the what? The resultant force. So let's assume that what? This is what? A is 3 what? Newton. And B is what? 4 Newton. Look at the direction of the two forces are opposite. B 3 Newton face this side, 4 Newton face what? The backward. Therefore, the resultant force here will be what? I said we will subtract the lesser one from the bigger one. Abi? It will now be what? 4 Newton minus what? 3 Newton. We will now have what? The resultant force to be what? 1 Newton. That's case what? Case 2. Then the next one is case 3.